Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. In this video, we are going to see flow of control in Python. The subtopics that are going to be dealt with in this video are types of statements, statement flow control, if statement in detail. Let us see the types of statements in Python. There are three types of statements in Python. The first one is empty or null statement. The empty statement in Python is pass. Actually, when this pass statement gets executed, nothing happens. But we can avoid getting an error when empty coding is not allowed. In Python, empty code is not allowed inside the loops, function definitions, and class definitions. You will be studying in detail about function definitions and class definitions in the upcoming videos. So as of now, you understand that if we need to have an empty coding, we can use this pass statement. The next one is simple statement. Just they are single executable statements in Python. For example, if you give print how are you, this will print the message how are you on the screen. The next one is compound statement. Compound statement represents a group of statements that are executed as a unit or as a block. So usually these statements will be written as the statement name followed by a colon and the body of the statement will be indented. Example of these compound statements are if statement, for statement and while statements. Keep it in mind the body of these statements should be indented. Indentation plays a major role in Python. Let's move on to statement flow control. Statements can be executed in three ways in Python. The first one is sequence construct. It's very simple. The statements given in a program will be executed one after the other, and finally the program will be completed and it will give you the desired output. The next one is selection construct. So these statements will be selecting a group of statements for execution depending on a test condition. These are also called as decision construct. The example of this selection construct is if statement. The next one is iteration construct. Here, one statement or a set of statements will be repeated again and again till the given condition becomes false. So we can call it as a loop. The set of statements constitute the loop body, or you can say the body of the loop. Example of looping statements in Python are for loop and while loop. Now we are going to see if statement in detail. There are four forms of if statement in Python. First, we will see the simple if statement. This will check a condition, and if the result of the condition is true, it carries out the instructions given by the user. The general syntax is if followed by a condition followed by a colon, and the statements are to be indented. The indentation should have four spaces from the word if. See this example, num equal to 5, if num greater than 0, that is the condition. The condition is followed by a colon, and the next statement print positive number is indented. Indented meaning we have given four spaces from the word if. The next form of if statement is if-else statement. It also tests a condition. If the condition is true, it will execute the block of statements given under the if. Suppose if the condition is false, it will execute the block given under the word else. See the general syntax, if condition followed by a colon, some statements indented, and else colon, again some statements indented. If you see the if and else, that I and E should be in the straight line. That has to be followed by S. For example, see here num equal to 5. If num greater than 0 colon print positive number indented statement, and else colon again one print negative number. So these two print statement are to be indented, and the if and else should be in the straight line vertically. The next form of if is if elif else statement. Here also this will test the condition given under if. If the condition is false, it will move to elif, and if that condition given in elif is also false, it will move to the else part. Suppose the condition given under if is true, it executes the block given under the if statements. See the general syntax: if condition colon some statements that are indented, and again elif you can give another condition followed by a colon, some statements indented, then else colon some statements indented. And you can write as many elif as possible or as needed by you, but only one else to be written. The fourth form of if statement is nested if. What is nested? Something within the other. That is called nested in programming languages. So we can say one if statement can be given inside an if block or an elif block or an else block. See the general syntax here. If condition colon statements indented, elif condition colon statements indented, else colon statements indented. This you already know. Now I am going to nest another if else block within the if block. Now see the whole construct. I think you can easily understand. So for the innermost if, see the statements are more indented because this has to be indented according to the given if. That is why. Thank you all of you for watching. Hope you like this video. Subscribe our channel. Thank you once again.